Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad. We're on air. And what I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to try to make a running board, not a set of running boards, try to make a running board. Basically, why I'm going to only make one running board because this is the only fender that I really feel that is in place. On the other side, the other fender must be for a different year, not bolting up exactly right. But this one I'm able to do the deal. We got a little bit of grinding done yesterday, got the pieces ground off here. Jolene, come on the other side of the car. You want to come over and take a look at your handiwork, sweetheart? Jolene did her handiwork. She did some welding yesterday, burned her foot twice, and she said it hurt. But anyways, you got the pieces welded in for the fender here. She also plug welded all the holes on the side of the car. You can see a video of that on Facebook probably, maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe. And then we went on the inside and we sprayed it with some rocker guard, so if any have any issues at all. I was talking to Jolene about doing this. You know, sometimes it's, what can I say? There's two things about doing this, filling these holes full. If you weld them up and you get a little tiny pinhole and you put some mud on top of that and you get a little tiny pinhole at all, that means you have a chance of that popping off. You really do. And also, you know, I mean, you're supposed to weld them up, or everybody asks you to weld them up, or whatever. But it also is just as easy as you go in on the backside and put a piece of tape there on the backside and then fill it full of fiberglass. Then there's no pinholes, and it can't pop off because you've got it secured from the backside and you got it secured from the front side. So there's two ways of doing that, and I've done it both ways, and it's all in preference, I guess. But Jolene wanted to weld them up. That was fine. But I've done it both ways. Put tape on the back, fiberglass the hole. There's no pinholes in the back, so you can't pop it off. And you just undercoat it from the back side. If you're doing it this way, you have to make sure that you get in and take a look or undercoat it from the other side to make sure there's no pinholes. Because you're only putting a little tiny bit of fill on, and it can pop off. That's the basis of it. But it can be done a couple different ways. As we were talking about it this morning, I get inside and shined a light through, trying to make sure there was no pinholes. So I've got the fender ground up a little bit, got the wheel well ground up a little bit, not finished yet. Jolene's got me some more grinding on the other side. But right this morning, I'm going to try to make a running board, and I better get at it. I better put my knee pads on because I'm going to be on my knees. If you take a look at the bottom of the car, I'm kind of rushing around here this morning for some reason. I got to remember I'm Canadian, not Russian. But if you look at the bottom of the car, the door and the rocker, it is not straight. So it's going to, you can if you want to. I should say you cannot. Never say you can't. That's just a motivator when you say you can't. That motivates me anyways. It would be hard to put a running board on it that was straight. A straight running board probably wouldn't do what I want it to do, or make it look like I want it to look like. I want the running board to fit the car. So basically, if I took this and ran it straight, I'm thinking that you could tell that it would hit the door. I'm thinking that you would tell it would come in here and hit there because it's straight. We can't have that. We're going to have a little bit of roll to our running board. I do not know if the originals, what they do. Does not matter what they do. I have to build a set of running boards for what I have here, and that's what I'm going to do. And you can tell that this runs more or less like the frame. It's got a swoop to it, so we're going to do the exact same thing to the running board. And as we went up the mountain, got some metal this morning, me and my queen Jolene, I come down in and I looked at it, and now I've got a chance to play in my brain how I'm going to make it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make I got some probably 14 or 16 gauge plate there. I'm going to make a piece of plate for the back fender, and I'm going to make a plate for the front fender, and then we'll carry on from there. Now, I'm thinking that we've got probably probably 3/4 of an inch gap there, so the running board's going to have to go under, or should go underneath that, and go on, you know, probably give us 3/4 of an inch all the way. That's the distance right there that I'm saying that the running board's down, or, you know, come right there, all the way along there. That's what I'm thinking. So I basically should have the same distance in the back, is what I'm thinking. I'm taking off with my straight edge, That's the very first thing I usually do is take off with my straight edge, because the straight edge is it seems to be a very, very good move for the very first thing, a straight edge. And we're going to jam that in there like that. I got the straight edge here, so I don't have to do anything like that right here. I'm going to come around here and trace this. I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to now, one thing I forgot was a pair of scissors. I'm just going to continue that on. I can do that with my eye, my trained eye. I'm going to have to work quite fast to try to get a running board made, I think. We'll see what happens. Did I put my glasses somewhere? Running around with my... Oh, there. See? Rushing around, see? Get my glasses on. We're going to make a running board. Kind of excited about that. Let's make a running board. It's a go-to is the Bristol board's a go-to. Every time you go to do something, to make something, to make anything actually, if you're even a carpenter or anything, go to a piece of Bristol board, get your pattern made. It's the very first thing, and then go from there. So. Just slow down here a little bit. Slow down, Chetty. Slow down. All right, now we've got that in there like that. What I'm going to do is maybe take that up a bit. That's good. I'm going to do some holes here. Huh. Any holes over here? Yep, there's a hole here. I'm going to cut this off a little. Look at that, square holes, just like the car. Cut that off a little. Good. I'm going to put some holes in this. This is my pattern, remember? Get his X-Acto knife. Cut some holes. That way there I'll have a pattern I put on the metal. Oh, didn't want to do that, slipped. Don't tell everybody. Alrighty. Going to my straight edge. We'll plant that sucker on there. We'll make our first pattern. I'm going to grind that off because it's not looking the best. Just that edge. We've got a straight edge up there. So this will be the plate on the end of the running board, obviously, that bolts to the fender. So that's my plate that's going to bolt onto that. I'm saying this is probably 16 gauge or 14 gauge. Now we have to make a plate for the other side. Going to a straight edge again. Going in like that. I'm going to cut this in half just because it's hassling me. I don't know, hassling me, but Jolene looks amazing this morning. She's got her little ripped jeans on. Hair's in a little tiny bun. Got her fancy glasses on. Now, what I'm going to do is, see this distance here? I'm just going to mark it over here so I can tell with my straight edge how far. I'm just going to eye it up. We're about an inch above the hole. Looking at it, yeah, it looks not bad. So we're going to go like this. We're going to run that piece of paper into there. I'm going to go underneath. Hope I don't mess up the mic. Take that down just a bit. Basically what I'm doing is I'm tracing the other side. All right, now just want to move my hand so I can maybe get some bolt holes here. There's only 2 in the front. Yeah, only 2 in the front that are there. There might be one that's covered, I'm not sure. See a little bit of welding mark on the end of this. Not getting in there all the way. Not getting a true read if I don't let it slide in there. Let's pull that thing down some. Now we're back at it again. Let's do it again. Alrighty. Now, just taking a look at it. Now that's what I'm saying that we have right there. Did you want to check my mic, sweetheart? I just want you to touch me. Touch me, baby, touch me. Alrighty. Nope, that went all the way in. Just going to cut that off almost. Almost. I'm going to go down a little ways just because I can. Now, I'm going to try this on there. Say that fits. We can chew a little bit off the bottom. I don't know necessarily if to chew it off, but say that we're going to go there. Should be lots for that. Not sure if that's supposed to be a hole there. Reinforce. There's another piece in behind there. Not sure. Probably should have more than one hole. Not going to leave that square on the end. I got that square there. I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to cut the holes out. And I can drill more holes after if I want to. Just right now to get it started. I'm just going to do these 2. Should be fine. Should hold it in place. Now I will not sheath it. Haven't got anything here to sheath it with right now. But I'll make the structure, and it's going to be easy to sheath because I'll lay the piece of metal on top of the running board, and then just trace the pattern. But basically what I want to get is I want to get the structure that holds the running board onto the car. So the structure is going to be made out of, I've decided, angle iron. It's, what is it? 1.5 by 1.5 1/8. We might have some metal coming. I'm not sure what that might be. We got the gates open in case they're delivering metal this morning. Not sure. Or Fina's just exercising her voice. We all know everybody needs exercise. Alrighty. This one here is not as thick as that one there, what I'm very quickly noticing. But, what am I saying but for? I can thicken this one up if I want to, very easily. Very easily. Yes, I can come down below that. Well, yes, I can. Thicken her up a little bit just to make it look like the other one. And I'm just going to eye it up with my trained eye. Just like that. And all that distance that I put on there, or whatever I've made on there, is just going to be down here a little bit. And that's fine, because I've traced it up here. It actually can go way down there if it wants to, because it does not have to be cut off there like that. It does not have to do that. I could bring it down further as far as that goes, and this is fine. I'm just trying to make it look like the front. Same thickness. Straighten that out a little bit. Now we're going to make two pieces, and we're going to get them bolted, one bolted to that one and one bolted there, and then we'll go with angle iron and an exhaust pipe. Alrighty, so we've got our two pieces that we need. Let's turn on the old plasma cutter. I did get ready with that, sort of. I got the air turned on. Hope everybody's having a great day. And the reason being is I like to see everybody doing good. That's the reason. I like to see everybody happy. That way there, the day goes better when everybody's happy. Now, put that on there. I want it up off the ground. I would like it up off the ground to cut it. I want a straight edge. We'll use this. It's my straight edge. Use two safety stools. Oh, unplug it. Plug it back in. Alrighty. This is the Tomahawk Lincoln 375. Let's turn this bad boy on. Just like that. We need my straight edge. The reason I'm going to use a straight edge, I got a straight edge going there. I may as well use a straight edge just to try to cut it by hand, and I could, but where it's right there, and I can drag it along. Just like butter. Just like butter. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just like Jolene. Beautiful. Nice straight edge. I'm gonna I like the little guard there that keeps it up the right distance. I like it. I like it. I think it would help for the nozzle not getting dirty. I'm going to cut my holes right now. The reason being because the metal's holding it. And I can hone them out after. Beautiful. There's one. Machine's working fantastic. Excuse me, sweetheart. Doesn't matter. Beautiful. Alrighty, well done. I must say that worked awesome. 375 Tomahawk Lincoln Electric has its own built-in air compressor. I must thank them again every time I use it. Thank you very much. Alrighty, this can be shipped out of the way. Hope it doesn't get in the way of Fina. Now, I want a flapper wheel, knock them off, just clean them up a little bit. Just grab some bolts while I'm over here. Just going to try to hold it in place. Now, I have a bucket of bolts that I could use. Just don't know if I made the holes big enough for those. Just going to check for a second. Got these round-headed things that work nice. Probably should have been a little bigger. I can shove a drill bit through them if I got the drill bit still on there, just to make sure. I do. Using the drill more and more all the time, aren't I? What? Baby? My arch enemy, the drill. Just going to shove these through. Hopefully. I'd like to have it on something, but these things will take off on you, man. Oh, there's that beautiful thing. I've got that drill bit flattened off so bad that I'm going to go like this. That wild. I got it flattened off. As I sharpened it, I got it flattened off. It's not working so well. Grr. So what I don't like is have to run for something else. I don't like it. And then I can't find the drill size bit that I want. I'm hoping that'll work. Quite a drill bit, eh? That's what I like. I love that. Now that I've done fighting with that, I'm going to smooth them up. I can remember as a young person, I used to work for a roofing company at one time, and I was on the top of the roof screwing down the curb, and the curb would be the outside of all the way around. The flat was a flat roof, and I was screwing down the curb, and I had a great big drill, and it caught, and it damn near flung me off the building. You really have to be careful. I'm going to use these. I got these little flat-headed things. I'm not going to get it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need 5 of them. I guess that's why they put safety harnesses on you, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess one thing I did get good out of the deal was a tan. I got a good tan. Always outdoors. Took a long time to get used to working outdoors in the sun. Took a while to get used to that. Now, let's bolt these on and see what we can make them look like. Oh, I didn't smooth them up. Let's clean them up. I think I want to, just because I didn't bring over the flapper wheel. Or did I? Thought I did. Did I bring over the flapper wheel? Guess not. Must have laid it over here where I got the bolts. I'm going for it, I'm going for it. So, the running boards are, I guess, just like anything else. Get your brain in a, what can I say, in a mood or what you want to do, and then follow it all the way through, I guess. And when you come to a problem, try to find a solution. What I always do. What I always do. Barely any slag. Gotta like that. I think this one will be easy to bolt on, I'm hoping. I'm not going to tighten anything up real too heavy, just finger tight for now. I'm thinking that the bolts should hold it all in position. I'm hoping they should hold it in position. All the bolts that I have, I got from Lori on the mountain, and they were from a Quonset. You know, you buy the big buildings that you put up, the steel buildings that you put up, Quonset. Now, just looking at things here, I want a hammer, just to hammer that little tiny bit. I think I do. I'm right on the inner fender here. I'm not sure if I want to be right on that or not. Just want to hammer it in a little bit. That looks good. Got a gap going on there. Not as much gap as the front. I'll knock that down a bit. And I got a little more gap there. Still got the front, still got a little bit more. I'm just wondering if the gap should almost be the same all the way along, probably, but we'll go with that for now. When it comes out here, we'll see what goes on. All right, let's put the front one on. Oh, set on that thing, baby. I'm not sure if it... We can bend it to shape. Oh, I didn't want to crease it like that. Didn't want to crease it like that. I just wanted a nice even bend. And it creased it like that because there was a hole drilled in it, weakened it. Now. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to knock just a little bit off the end of this. Because it's hitting on the inside sill. And it's hitting on that inside sill too. You want to touch me? She wants to touch me, boys. Go for it, baby. Make my day. Make my day. Alrighty. Let's put this piece on. I'm going to put it hard up against this piece in the front. And hard up on this piece. One fits. Look at that, would you? Them paper patterns are right on the money. You know, you can't beat a paper pattern. Can't beat it. Now, I've got these fenders, or this fender, I think exactly where I want it. I'm thinking I do. Oh, and it just let go. The fender did. No, I have to reevaluate that. Now, I'm going to have to take a look inside there to make sure that I have the right thing going on. Yeah, it looks good. All right, now I'm hoping that fender stays there. Stay. Alrighty, I'm thinking that this is good. Eh. Nope. What can I say? I'm up against the inside sill there a little bit. Got to cut a little more off that. I got a little gap going on right here. Got a little gap going on right there. This piece is going in, hitting on the inside sill. Won't let it go in far enough, so I'm going to just pull it off right quick. Just take a little more off it. You can see that little gap there. No sense me having that if I don't have to. If I don't have to, there's no sense. Do it this instead. Nah, let's grind it off, I guess. I won't let that shiny part fool me that it's not hot, because it is. Alrighty, let's do it again. Got a little distance there now. Happy about that, and I can bend that in there. Up as far as we can get it. Just back on. So basically, I just want everything fitting the best I can get it to fit. So when it comes time to put the running board on, it does fit. You know, I'm kind of playing shady tree with the fender not exactly on where it should be. But I did not want to bore everybody with me adjusting a fender. That's basically what I was going for there. I didn't want to bore everybody with that, because it does take time to adjust a fender, and I'm not going to bore everybody with that. I'll do that on my own time. Pull this down a little bit. And adjusting fenders takes time. If you've ever played with any cars that need adjusting, I'm going to get a pair of vice grips. I'm going to vice grip that there. I'm going to vice grip that there, just so that piece is tight and where it should be. Little tiny C-clamps. I think I was sent these from a fan. Appreciate it. Use these all the time. Appreciate it. There we go. And just wonder if I want 3 sets. Probably. I'm going to get another set and put them in there. Just so we have a truer read. The back is sitting fine, I'm thinking. Saying that's good. So we have a front and a back, which is going to hold the running board. Now I have to have something to apply them together. And that's why I'm going to go with the angle iron. And the reason I'm going to go with the angle iron is on the inside, because if I take this angle iron and I put it in. I'm going to change it around here for a minute. Probably could have turned it the other way, but if I put the angle iron in this way, if I want to, or so be needs to happen, I can take, and this would be the running board where the metal sets on, and this piece angle coming down. So it's going to go angle iron going this way and then come down if it needs to be. Then I can bolt it to the chassis if it needs to be, or anything like that. I have something to bolt it to. If I put a piece of square stock in there, that's fine. Could be, I could do that too. But the angle iron, I thought I could get a bolt underneath if I wanted to hold the running board on. Now what I have to do is I have to get the angle iron this shape. And you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put on a pair of gloves, a pair of earmuffs. You got earmuffs, sweetheart? She got her earmuffs on. She's my sweetheart. She did a good job last night. God love her. Well, what's that? Thank you. Thank you. God love her. She welded that all up for me. Just I got to grind it off. It's a big job grinding. It's a big job. But somebody's got to do it. Put my glasses on one day. Hey. Now, I'd like to have that shape. That's the hard part, is finding that shape. Because I do not have that shape right there. If I had, I don't know if I'll be able to bend this. Yes! Not a problem. Not a problem. Alrighty, we're going to go with that for now. I'll get the basic length. The whole thing looks good, actually. Can't get it that way. Just going to cut it off so I can get it in there, I guess. I'm going to cut it off right there. Unplug this. Could have used a plasma cutter, I suppose. It would be so nice if the grips weren't there. And do I need more of a bend? Sort of looks like I do, don't it? You stand, well. I want to get it in there. I want to be able to weld it in there nice. I don't want to cut it 4 and 5 different times. But it looks like it needs to come. If I hold that there, you're going to tell me if it needs more bends. Need more bend? It needs to come up in the front there. I think it needs. Does it need more bend? this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I know that's not on the line, but if it's a little long, that's fine. That's going to be the hardest part, is to get that in there and get it fitting nice. You think it needs more bend?
Seemed like it at the top.
At here? All right. I'm going to hit it again. Give it a little bit more bend. Can I put it underneath the frame? Let's see. Can't really do anything with everything in the way, eh? Just a little bit more. Sure does rattle, yep. All right, let's cut this off. I weld that up in there like that. Too much of an angle. And the reason I'm saying it's too much of an angle is because this piece is not hitting. Because this piece here is not hitting. So that's why I'm saying it's too much of an angle. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Take them off. Now. See how it's fitting now up there nice? Fitting really nice up there now. If you know what I'm saying. That piece that's coming down straight is fitting that bar nice. Do I have enough bend on that, sweetheart? Can't really tell. It looks like it needs to be bent more right up in here, doesn't it? I'm going to bend it a little bit more. See if I can bend it a little bit more. Bend that time. And now what's going on is, as I'm bending that, I'm getting this, and it's going like this. And what I'm thinking is, it's a good thing because it's running with the chassis. Because the chassis is doing it. Wow, it's fitting absolutely stunning. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. As I'm banging this, I'm getting lucky right at the present moment, and I'm going to show you my luck. As I'm banging that down on the floor, I'm getting, this piece is going like this. You can see it, like it's bending this way. But I am also getting this going that way. So we've got two things going on, this way and this way, which is fitting the chassis. Absolutely stunning, because the chassis does that. The chassis is going this way and it's getting wider this way, so it's working out for me. I'm going to mark this other end. I'm going to cut it a little bit long. And what's going to happen is I might have to, I'm going to mark it a little bit. Right there. Ouch. Yow! Alrighty. So I've got a mark there. I'm going to cut the mark. Well, don't know if I should or if I shouldn't, but I have to think about that for a second. If I cut the mark, it'll be a little bit shy. But that piece could pull forward if I ground that off, and probably would be a good thing. Just got to make up my mind. I'm going to cut it on the back side of the mark, make it a little bit long. Everything's staying in place. The fender hasn't taken off. Nope, that's still in place. Clamps are still in place. Now I'm going to get to try this for the very first time and see if it runs with. I'm a little bit. Not bad, eh? Not bad. I think I'm going to tack it. And I might be a little bit. Awesome. Awesome. I'm going to tack it with the welder. And then I'll have to check it and see if I like it or not. And basically what I'm going to do here is when I tack it, I'm going to try to tack it so if it doesn't look right, I can cut it back off. So many times I've welded something on or tacked something, and then I wasn't able to get it off because I didn't tack it in the right place. So when you tack something on and you're trying to make something, try to remember to tack it on so you can get it off. Basically, tack it on so you think you can get it off. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tack it so if I have to cut it off, I can. So basically what I'm going to try to do after I get up, we'll talk about it after I put it on. So I'm thinking that I want my running board up tight with the bottom of that. I think I do. Yeah. This is where it gets trying, doing by yourself. Yeah, wrong arm underneath the wrong ply. I think that was successful. Now, what I'm doing now is I'm going to try to run this piece on the back side. I want the same distance all the way through, I think. I'm just going to put my fingers in there. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I'm going to tack it at the bottom so I think I can cut it off. That was successful. Now, I'm hoping when I stand back that I've got the same shape as the car. Wow. I'm quite impressed. It's not perfectly right on the money, but I'm impressed. Looks good. Looks really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a helmet on, and I'm going to tack it again, and then I'm going to run the exhaust pipe on the outside and get the same bend. And I'm going to do that, and then it's the matter of sheathing it. So I need my glasses, I need my helmet. That went well. I'm very, very happy with that. I'm happy the way the angle iron bent. I never, expected that. You know what they say, when you expect something, that leads to disappointment. And I did not expect that to do that. But I sure am happy that it did. I've got a nice gap going on here between the chassis and the inside sill. I've got a really nice gap, just a nice gap going on. It's got a nice distance underneath where it looks good. I'm in love with a beautiful woman. That's the truth. That's the truth. Just going to tack it on for now. You know what I did wrong here? I didn't leave room for sheet metal on the top. I got that hard up. And what I'm going to do is when I apply that on there, I might cut that up a little bit and put my sheet metal on top of that. And I got to replace the bottom of this piece here, this A pillar. I got to replace the bottom. I might knock it up a little bit, but I'm going to leave that angle iron right there. Should have been down. Well, I've got that. Never wasn't thinking of that stuff. Wasn't thinking of that. Where I just tack that on there. When I lay my sheet metal on there, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But what isn't fine is when I come back there. Well, I'm going to have to take and knock this down some on an angle and bring this out with an angle. You can see how this is angled up here. This, I'm going to leave that there, and my sheet metal is going to come on top of this. I'm going to have to knock this down some, and it'll match that. So that's fine. I'll leave my angle iron here. I'll knock this piece here this plate that I have here. I'm just thinking out loud because this is the issue I'm going to have when I sheath it. My sheet metal is going to be down on this part, and I'll just knock this down some. It'll give me the same distance as up the front. I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to tear anything off. It looks too good. It looks too good. It's got a little bit of join in it. Alrighty. So, like I said before, I have only a ½ inch distance there, and I've got probably 3/4 of an inch distance there. I'll knock that down a little bit, take that in on an angle a little bit, and lay it down on that angle iron. That's what I'm going to do, because the angle iron looks too good. Looks too good underneath the car. It's going to give me a good distance for the door to open. What I mean by that? It's going to give me a good distance underneath the door. The door's not going to hit. All right, let's continue on, because if I think about it too much, I might want to change something. Don't want to do that. Alrighty, let's put the outside on. We have a round edge right there. I'm not going to bring the exhaust pipe all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to end up putting the exhaust pipe in the middle. I don't like the idea of that bolt being right there, because that will be in the middle of the exhaust pipe, because I want the exhaust pipe on that curve, and then I can deal with this part down here after. I can put a straight piece down with a bend on it. But basically what I need is I need that shape again. I should have maybe kept my angle iron out to do this, but I didn't. but I didn't. So let's do it again. And as I did that, I probably should have left it would have been nice to make two pieces. Well, basically you can't see both sides at the same time, and I'm going to bend it the exact same way. Let's bend it. Let's not overthink it. Just bend it and put it on. And what I'm going to do is I'll bend it, and then I'll lay a piece of metal going across or a flat edge like that there, and then we'll see if we got it looking right. This bends a little bit easier. Lots of bend in that. I'm going to take it out of the center because when you bend this exhaust pipe, it's generally the center that takes the brunt. Guessing. Going to take a measurement just to make sure I don't get it too small. .68, and my mark is .71. So we're good. Bend down. Guessing on the angle. This can take hours doing stuff like this. Take hours. I want to get that front shape fitting better first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Jolene to come over, if she can, and just hold up on this end, and I'll mark this end. I'm not sure if you can put the camera down for a minute or not. Can you hold the camera and do it at the same time? So what's going to happen is she's holding that end, and I'm just going to try to scribe it in here a little bit better so I can get it to fit. Basically. Thank you, sweetheart. You're a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful woman. Now I'm going to cut this again. She didn't take off. She knows that I need her help. Now, that fits delicious. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off for a second. Now, if I get you to come this end, just kind of, actually I probably can get it. Probably hot a second. Just gotta stick that on top of there. Just tell me if it's fitting good, sweetheart, basically. It's fitting good, she said. Alrighty. I'm going to go for it. Now, I got lots of bend on it. I don't think I need any more. That's how confident I feel. See that? That's how confident I feel. You want to take, actually I can hold that there. A little bit long, am I? I like to bring that down some, but nope, I'm just going to go with it. Just going to go with it. Going to tack it right and cut it. Just a little tack. Man, you gotta love that. Gotta tack it right and cut it. There we go. I'm tacked. Now, looks good. Looks excellent. What I'm going to do is, where I have the exhaust pipe in here like this, we're going to check it out here in a minute. We're going to run some sheet metal, or not sheet metal, we'll run a piece of metal across just to see what's going on here. I'm using the exhaust pipe obviously for the round part. When it comes this part, I can just bring anything down and put a 90 on it if I want to. If I want to bring a piece of metal down here and put a 90 on it, bring a piece of metal down there and put a 90 on it, because we know it's got this shape in it. So it's a hard thing to get when you have something that's round and something that has a 90 on it. So to make that shape, you'd really have to work at something to make that shape. And what I did is I done it the easy way, is I bent a piece of exhaust pipe that has the shape, and then I'll add to it and bring it down. On the inside there, I'm saying that we're really good on the inside. I can bring that in. I could actually bring the inside sill over to the angle iron and apply it to that. I can to close that off. I certainly can. I can bolt the running board to the frame if I want to. I've got it bolted to the fenders. I've got an issue in here. I might have to take that back off. I might have to maybe weld a bolt on the inside of that, so when I put it might have to be changed there, but I'm just going to knock that off. But we basically got it in the right position. I might weld that bolt where I've covered it over the exhaust, might weld it in there, so when I put the running board on, it just goes right in the hole. We nut it on the other side. There's no taking it off and on. And besides that, it would hold it there for you. Just got to knock it off. Be a quick second. Now I have I'm going to get a straight edge. Just going to run the straight edge on this. Just want to know if the door would hit. We have no fear of the door hitting. If you know what I'm trying to tell you, no fear of the door hitting. Looks good. Now, I want to put a level on that. How's that doing that? See that? Wow, must be pretty level. I want to put a little level on that. And the level's inside, underneath the hood. Can I grab it? On my hands and knees. Car's level. If this is level, it'll be amazing. Not bad, not bad. That makes me happy. And the reason being is, you know, I didn't do anything other than make it, eye it up, and put it on. And I'm saying the door will come out past that. We got a piece of metal that'll come out past that. It's looking good. So basically that's the running board. I have to weld up the angle iron in here, weld that all up. I have to weld it up in that and on that end, weld it all up for sure. We're back there just a little bit. Probably could bring that forward a little bit, but it doesn't. Once the front fender comes off, then the running board can go on anywheres, obviously, but I like what's going on. We'll make the running boards so they come off. I'll probably weld this one in. I might just weld them all on, all the bolts in the holes. That way there, when I come up, when I pull the front fender off, I undo the front fender, pull it off. And then I can undo the running board and pull that off. Back fenders are staying. Whoop, 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 whoop. Happy about that. So basically, there's the structure of the running board. I'll add on the front. So more or less I'll show what's going on. Not going to use angle iron, I don't think. That can come down here like this to close that off, or probably a piece of metal, no doubt in my mind. And that way there I can cut my metal that shape on the top and weld it on the high spot so I can grind it right off. Then we'll put a 90 that goes in, a flat piece of 18 gauge on top. We can run whatever we want across to hold the metal up in the center. We got square stock, we've got more angle iron. We can run it flush here, over flush to here. So there's wherever we're going to step to hold that. We're going to weld the bolts in the holes. Went well. Any computer up here today? No computer today. We're having issues with the computer coming up here. Jolene paid quite a bit of money for that thing. And what's going on? We think we're gaining metal shares in the computer because it's magnetized. Is it sort of in the computer? I'm not sure, but we're losing, you know. The computer I use has no sound whatsoever because of that, I think. And now we're losing some sound on Jolene's computer because of it. I think we're going to end up probably keeping it down the other end. Bringing it up here and showing things was kind of messing it up. But I want to thank you very much for coming back and watching. That's how I'm going to make the running board. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. But I have to I have to have the fender in the spot that it's going to be to make it that way. Have not got the fender there yet, but this side, on this side, the fender, I'm saying that it's exactly where it has to be, and all the holes are lining up, whatever. But that's the running board of the car. I didn't expect this to be as level as it is, but I'm very happy that it is. I'm happy the way the angle iron, when I bent it one way, it bent another way too. It actually helped out with the bend of the chassis, because the chassis comes around like this, if you recall, because it's narrow in the front and wider in the back. It worked out that way. It worked out all the way around, in my opinion. So I'm very happy with what went on, and that's how I'm going to make the running boards. Signing off.